Well, good day, everybody. Welcome back here to Frozen Valley Aviation. Where in the last episode, we got all of this here done. We got a ton done. Not only that, we also made a ton of money. Now, I've been letting it run here for quite a while, and last day we made $811,000 cash flow. That's scot-free. That's with all our payments paid. So we're making quite a bit of money, and I've gotten us up to $13 million. Now that seems like a lot, but we're building a new terminal today, another one. We're building a large terminal, and the reason I'm giving us so much money here is because it's going to have to be a 2-story terminal all the way around to get the jetways in. We're going to build a full concrete large runway so that it has longevity, and also I think it's just going to be a better investment in the long run. We're going to have to set up our runway ramps, which are pretty cheap. And then we're going to have 10 stands, and they're $400,000 a piece. So that ain't going to be cheap. And for that, we're going to need 2 baggage bays to hold all that. We've also got the high-speed carts that are going to be for that. We've also got passport checkpoints that we've got to deal with. So there's a lots and lots of expenses for this. But first off, we'll let it keep going high speed here because we just make money every single hour. We're going to buy this, and this, and this. So now we own all the area around this airport. It's very, very white around here right now because of our de-icing pad. Oh, does that ever... It makes us actually quite a bit of money per day. Like yesterday... How much did we make from our de-icing pad yesterday? Yeah, $173,000. Like, we almost made $1 million yesterday without our expenses counted in there, but that is what it is. So here's the plan for today. I'm going to have a new world entrance, so we're going to have no issues with traffic. We're going to have 2 of them. I'd come to a row of parking lots that are going to be right here, and then a row in front of the airport. We're going to have a row of desks here, 1 for each terminal, so we're going to have 10 nice desks. And then we're going to have the passengers come halfway through the terminal, where they are going to be greeted with the security checkpoint. And then they're going to have the passport checkpoint. This is all in the lower level, keep in mind. And once they get out of the secure zone and into the international zone, then they're going to go upstairs. And the last section of the terminal is going to be just for baggage handling, logistics, storage, stuff like that. And on the upper half, it's going to be quite a wide terminal because we're going to have 5 on each side of the terminal, 5 stands. So there's going to be a bit of room in the middle, and that's where we're going to put some shops and some restaurants in the middle of the terminal. And we're going to make it a little bit longer, and we're going to have some on the end as well. So with all that in mind, let's get after it. First off, what I'm going to do is once these contractors finish this little useless area here, we're just going to get them out of here, and then we can plan without them building anything. Okay, so they've got that just about done, and they're already starting to build this guide I set up. So we're getting rid of these contractors so we can just build here. So as you can see, I've placed this little piece of concrete runway or a taxiway here. Now this is going to be the one side, so we are actually going to bring it out this way a little bit just so we kind of know where things need to be. And we're going to give it a little bit of room, I think, because we don't want our wings hitting each other. So here we go. We're going to give it 3 spaces of room, maybe 4. Let's give it 4. There we go. There's 1 stand. But we're not going to have enough room this way because these stands are huge. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, change of plans. Get rid of all that. And we're going to start this first stand right there, like that. That should give us plenty of room for parking lots and logistics and that. Yeah, that should be all right. Maybe even there. There we go. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, those are big. Let's just compare a little bit bigger aircraft coming into these stands here. Now, we need to decide how wide we want our terminal to be. This is for 1 on each side, and I made it 5. So do I want to make this thing 10 blocks or 10 spaces wide? I think I do. That should leave us plenty of room for restaurants and whatnot. And we're going to go up a level and make a second floor. There we go. There's now a 2-floor operation. And now we can set on our other 5 stands. So you see this is a very expensive project, which is why I've given myself so much money to play with. Because I'm going to have to pay for the airways to come into here. We're already down to $5 million. That being said, a large amount of the cost has been fronted now. Taxiways are going to be expensive. We're going to set them up like so. There's one. There's the other. They're coming around like this. On that side, like I said, we're going to leave 4 spaces of room. And then another taxiway that goes across. This is just so we can deal with logistics and stuff, getting trucks around here, just so we don't have traffic issues, in theory. Now, where are we going to put this runway? Another big cost. I would say up here. So the aircraft, when they're coming in, will be coming from the right side. And when they're going out, they'll be going to the left side. So we'll just design the airport with that in mind and give ourselves lots and lots of room. So we're going to have a section of taxiway that comes over. Actually, no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way, and it'll come over like this. So they'll just have a long way to go for it. And we'll have another one that comes out like this, and that'll connect up to there some ways. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to move this runway down just a little bit so we have more room to play around with here. Now, we need to build our ramps coming off our runway, just like so, and like so. There'll only be large aircraft using this runway. At least that's all I'm planning for, so that's all we're actually going to work with for now. And there we go. That kind of goes like that. I'm going to connect this here. Should help deal with traffic, with air traffic here, because that's always a pain trying to keep up with that. Okay, there we go. And that should do with all of our traffic issues, I think. There we go. That's all of our taxiway set up. Let's set up our actual pathways that they need to go by. Okay, so everything's connected up. Now, if we're thinking, we're going to have a de-icing pad here, a large one, and we're going to have 2. And if we think about it, the only aircraft that are actually going to be needing to use that are outbound. So what I'm going to do is have one pad this way here. Maybe we'll have 3. They're $90,000. I think 2 should do us for now, and we have room for expansion. And we're going to take this taxiway and extend it out. There we go. And then we're just going to have our roads come into here. We'll deal with all roads later. We're just doing taxiways now. So de-icing pads are set up. What else? I'm going to set up 2 hangars. 2 hangars are going to be... They're going to go to this middle section here, I think. Just like so and like so. Because we don't want to get caught in a situation where we don't have the ability to service any vehicles coming in. There we go. So those are set up. What else do we need here? Let's have a look. Make sure we got everything. We're not going to have any general aviation taking off and landing on this runway. That should be alright, I think. We're going to set up our large radar. Actually, we don't need a large radar tower just yet. It wouldn't pay. But we are going to have our large air traffic control tower, and he's going to sit right here. Right beside our fluid de-icing depot. He's going to sit right in there. For everything else, I think we are okay. So in here is where we're going to have all of our security coming in and out. How are we going to do this? We're going to have our security exits come out this way. That should be plenty big enough, I think. Oh, maybe that's way too big. That is way too big, yes. We don't need to spend $500,000 on that. That should be actually big enough, the way we have it set up right now. And then we have room for shops up top and everything. And we're just going to have a little section, I think. This here is going to be second floor as well. And we're going to have our passport sections. You're going to have to get checked through here. And then you're going to have to go through secure zone exit. Then you're going to go down the stairs or an elevator or an escalator down into here. Baggage claim will be... Yeah, so there'll be a flight of stairs here, this, there, and that. We'll make it this big. This should be big enough. And then we'll have stairs, and we'll have baggage claims. Yes, we should be good. So now we have our secure zone. We're going to set up a couple of large checkpoints. There we go. We got 3 large checkpoints. I think we can even set up, yeah, we're going to set up 2 smaller checkpoints there as well. And then just some wall there and there. And then just some... Well, what are we going to do here? Okay, so there's our security exit. Now, we're going to let him walk a little bit. And then this is all going to be international. So we're going to have a passport. We're going to have a couple passport checkpoints. Give me one like that. Give it 3 spaces, one like that. We're going to have 4 regular passport checkpoints and a couple automated here. There we go. And then just walls where we need them. And there we go. So we got our international zone set up here. So there will be lots of international zone entrances there. And they will just coagulate into going up the stairs. So they'll walk this far, and there we go. So this doesn't need to be an international zone actually over here. Perfect. Okay, so that's international. That's going to come up the stairs, and we're going to have elevators and stuff. And we just don't want to get in the way, really. Like so. There we go. And we're going to have elevators that come up and escalators and the whole 9 yards. But this is kind of a one-way deal. Okay, there we go. So that's all set up to go between floors. We have entrance into the security here. We have entrance into international. This is all going to be logistics area and probably a lot of wasted space. But we're going to need a zone for baggage checking. We're going to have very, very in-depth baggage checking. We're going to have baggage, then we're going to have baggage loading back here and maybe some other parking areas. We'll see. And then up top here, we're going to need to have a way you can actually get out of the terminal. So we're going to have a row of elevators and 2 escalators. And we'll just bet on the fact that everyone is going to use these and they won't break down and we won't need to put in stairs. And then this whole area here is going to be a baggage claim. And all over here is going to be check-in desk. And in here there's going to be information and stuff. And a lot of open space. There we go. Over $10 million that it cost us. First off, what we need to do is go down to here. Take out these walls, and we need 2 baggage depots here, and we're gonna kind of put them like in line like that, and because they're both going to the same, well, one's going to one side of the terminal, one's going to the other. Not really a big deal. Just gonna have a road that comes like this and a road that comes like this, cross here. That's enough room for us to get that out of there. It'll come out of here, come out of here, come around like that. Shouldn't have too much congestion. And I'm going to do this in such a way that we shouldn't deal with traffic. This should take us down, and so will that. So this entrance is going to connect us up to all these other services and whatnot. And the other one is actually going to connect us up to this here, and these 2, just to deal with congestion. And I'm going to put another area here with a bunch of services. So that's where this is going to lead. Okay, so we have that other section set up there with a bunch of services we need. And we got all this connected up underground. We have our baggage bays set up. Now we just have to wait for everything. Actually, no, we don't have to wait for things to be built just yet. We can still work on this, on our conveyor belt system. Let's set this up. We're setting it up exactly the same as we did with over here in this section here. So 1 section for inbound, 1 section for outbound. So let's do it. Okay, so we now have all the belting planned out. So here's where our baggage claim is going to be, right by where the international zone exit is. We have these 2 set up. These 2 sections this is incoming, and this is outbound. We have it all wired up underground to go to these 2. I have this tilt tray here so that it knows which one to go to. Now all I have to do is set up all of the incoming desks. I want to set up 10 of them and have them all come through this system. And there we go. We have actually 4, because we only have 2 desks, we have to split them evenly. So I have 4. 2 will go to one baggage bay, 2 will go to the other. I also have 4 baggage drops. They're all going to go through this conveyor belt that'll come down here. So yeah, they meet up here, come down, go through this belt all the way around, up through into here, and then they come up through the baggage system. Some will get destroyed if they have to. They come back down underground through here, get split into which one they need to go to, and from there they get taken out to the specific stand they need to go to. So we're just going to close off that zone, and we just need to set up some doors for our hired guys to come through. They'll come through the international zone. They'll go through in there and there. We're also going to have a door here and here and here, just in case they don't want to use the passports, and they're going to have to go through security. That is what it is. And I think we're all ready for a build time lapse again. I'm not going to be able to fit the whole thing on the screen, not even close, but that is what it is. Okay, we now have bathrooms. This is a ladies' room, and this is the boys' room. We need to set up a zone for, not our staff room, but a baggage claim area. This all here is baggage claim. So I'm going to set up a couple here's and there's, and then we'll be ready to go. Now I'm just going to real quickly time lapse this. I think this is the best angle. First off, we gotta get our guys back in here. And I'm gonna see if there's no better contracts for more hired guys. 69 there, nice, but not as many as I need. 132, not enough. So we've got, oh, have we got there? Negotiate yourselves, I don't care. We don't need loans. Still have $2.7 million. We're just about all set up here. Okay, well that looks like it's as good as we're gonna get for amount of workers. We're gonna get 140 contractors on site. There we go. And then we're just gonna quickly time lapse this. Actually, while those contractors are starting to get things set up, we should build a road that comes here so they don't have to go as far if we think about it. Okay, we've got some parking lots in a row of taxi and bus stops here. Let's set up our sidewalks. Okay, there we go. And we'll just start waiting for stuff to get set up here. Hired guys have gotten quite a bit of the construction done. Not all of it, but I've been sitting here over an hour and a half. Well, not sitting here, but waiting for this to get constructed. So most of it's done, and we can continue building on this before it gets all done here. So just the baggage system is still getting worked on. Some parts of this here and all that, but that's fine. We're not going to be operational for quite a while. Just thinking of it, we actually need to put in a bunch of self check-ins here. There we go. So people can actually get into the airport. We also need to set up our floor. Now, I think when I started that time lapse, I had like $5 million or something like, or no, not five, about $3 million. Yeah, we make a lot of money, so we're back up at $5 million. So we're gonna make this a really nice terminal, like gonna be top notch. So full marble all on the second floor. That's only gonna cost us $25,000. That's not bad at all. Now here we're going to need secure, this is all going to be secure up till here. And at the edge of this, we are going to need passport checkpoints for the people leaving our terminal here. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and we're going to do a couple more automated ones. So there we go. We have plenty of secure or passport checkpoints here. And here, we're just going to have a couple secure zone exits. And there we go. So now our international zone, we only have one international zone, and it has 0 passport checkpoints that it knows of. And secure zone has 5 entrances. It's the same one up here and down here, and there are the exits being built. So that is all going to be good. Then when they are done here, they're going to go down the escalators here and through the elevators and into the baggage claim area and out to wherever they need to go. Now everything's still working smoothly over here as I understand it, eh? That's pretty sweet. We had no major breakdowns yet of anything here. Oh, since the last episode I also added a second ramp onto this runway because we have general aviation mixing in here. So the general aviation don't need quite as long of a run, so this actually gives them like 10 seconds less time on the runway, but when we're working around the clock, like I said, it actually makes a big difference. So all this infrastructure is set up. I think we are actually connected by roadways except for this one now. There are, for some reason, vehicles coming out this way. I have no idea why. They just come in here to turn around. Oh yeah, I might have to do a little bit of precautionary measures here just so they can turn around. I'm gonna give them that little piece there. For some reason they like to do silly things when they need to get turned around, so they come all the way over here. Yeah, look at this, a whole ton of vehicles come this way. We don't need them. So if we think from the perspective of the customer, they're gonna come in here. We're gonna need some flight information displays. We're gonna have a couple lined up here. There's gonna be lots of flights in and out of this airport, so that all needs to be like that. And we're going to set up one here and one here. Same sort of deal down on this side. Lots of information available. And then up here, this is just an area to get in and out of the secure, or up between the two levels. In here, we are going to need some informational desks. So I'm going to set one like this in front of every single door. And we should have no shortage of information here. Just between these, just in front of these here. Now that looks filled in a little better. This will all be lineups here. In here, this is also going to be all lineup. And baggage area, that's just a baggage area. This is just wasted space right now, but that is what it is. We'll need some interior area someday, so we'll keep that in mind when we need it. Now, let's set up our terminal entrances here. Medium boarding desk, like that. And I'll just set them all up. Okay, there's one side of desks and benches. Let's do the other one. There we go. We now have all of this finished, and we have walkways, these moving sidewalks that go everywhere. We've got our exits here for both international and secure zones. These will have to get hooked up soon. So now what I think we'll do is in spaces like this, we'll set up shops and bathrooms. So what we'll do is have a bathroom here. I think we'll do 3 sets of bathrooms. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, on this side, we'll just have bathrooms on this one side. And on this side, we'll have 4 shops. Maybe we'll figure it out. Okay, so we have 2 bathrooms, and just looking at it, I think that'll be good enough. Now, we're going to set up some shops in here and start fulfilling, or start setting those up. So we're going to have a restaurant, shop, store. You know, we're going to figure it out as we get there. But there's going to be a lot of foot travel through here with just these 10 terminals. So we're going to leave this area blank and start with this. Okay, so we've got all the walls set up. Now we just got to set up franchises in there. Okay, so that's set up. Now we just have to do our airline lounges, which needs an information desk, a buffet table, and an assigned airline. So that's pretty simple. Okay, so everything is all ready to go now. This is all set up. I just have to start connecting some baggage, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so all of our desks are hooked up to each baggage thing. The baggage drop-offs are hooked up. We now have secure zone entry spots right here, so we can enter the secure zone. Passport checks right here. Coming up into here, we have walkways, stores. Let's see, let's pick an airline. Who do we want to pick here? Zoom? No. Okay, well, I guess you get that. That's fine. And Zoom gets this one. There we go. We'll sign these contracts later. This is all good. We need to hire more security officers. So we're going to have to do a lot of hiring before we're ready to handle all of the people coming. But we now have a way to get out of our airport. Come into here. And this is all set up perfect. So let's start purchasing some vehicles to prepare for the airplanes coming. We're going to need at least 5 of the big pushback trucks. We're going to need 5 more catering trucks, I'm going to guess. 5 more cabin cleaners. 6 more de-icing trucks. Fire trucks should be fine. They very seldom use those. Belt carrier trucks, 5. 10 of these trucks. The baggage trucks, 7 of the big fuel trucks, and we're going to need to hire a lot more ramp agents to run all of those. I was like, there's no way that's all the people I have. Okay, hire all the ramp agents. We're going to need to hire a lot more passenger service agents, a lot more security officers. Service technicians are probably going to be needing more too. And I'm just going to keep hiring here until we're up to as many as we'll need. Okay, we now have plenty of hired labor. We have a lot of people hired. I'm still going to continue hiring, but I'm just going to make sure everything has gotten built as far as belts go. Baggage is going through the system. Huh? This runway's still closed. Where are these bags supposed to go? Well, I'm confused. Either way, they're not going to get to where they need to go. So that is what it is. You shouldn't have checked in this terminal. But I think we're going to open this runway now. And when we do, all operation should begin. Oh my goodness, there was a plane already. It did not take long. And here he comes down the taxiway. Now we'll see if we're actually short vehicles. Oh, and I forgot to put a fence here. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Fence is in progress. Shouldn't be an issue. Hokey Fritz, these are big jets, eh? People are using the fast walk-a-laters. Come around here, use this other one. And not too many backups on here. We still need more security officers to run these, but people are coming through just perfectly and they're finding their bags. Well, they will be once they're through the system. Here come a ton of bags in. Not seeing many come into here. Oh, we don't have enough ramp agents. That's our problem. There's no one to unload or load these. There is a way there. There is not a way there. That is our problem. This is why we run the airport a little bit first. We should see this ramp agent is going to come through here. Come around up here. Okay. Okay, now things are going to start to get moving. Yep, we just had to wait for ramp agents to get here. We are now short catering trucks and large belt loaders. Okay, keep that in mind. Shouldn't be an issue. There we go. People are getting loaded up. Planes shouldn't be here for too terribly long. Yeah, the big planes are quite a bit larger than the little ones. I tell you that much for free. Okay, stuff's moving. Perfect. Had me worried there for a second. Where's this guy going with all his baggage? Now, okay, he's going to come here, and the belt loader's already there. Okay, and they go on in little cases like that. Okay, well that speeds it up. What else does he need? Boarding not starting, and boarding is happening. It should have happened long ago, but they should start boarding now, except we're short passenger service agents again. Any minute now? Not quite sure where passenger service agents are right now, because we need to get planes moving. They're just sitting here waiting now. Where are they? Passenger service agents. Is there a big lineup at security and it's holding them up, or where are you trying to get to? You're trying to get over here. Ah, I see. We've just gotta make some doors. Yeah, that solved a lot of issues. Okay. Now they're gonna go do their pre-flight checks. Not enough people here. I think we're gonna have to build lines for this here too. Okay, we have lines here, but we're still having issues with the amount of people getting through. They're not going through very quickly at all. How come we're not having the same issues over here? Not nearly as much demand. There is a lot of people that need to get through. These are not very quick. Why are these so incredibly slow? Okay, what's going on here? Oh, we had a shift change. Well, hopefully these guys are a little bit quicker. Yeah, see, now they're flying through people. Okay, we were just having issues with just getting started. I think this should be okay. So I thought our security was going to be enough for the amount of demand this airport would have, but it looks like it's just not enough people. Well, I'll let this keep going here, and if it becomes an issue, we might put in a whole ton of smaller ones, and we can have more people going through at once, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, well, since starting this episode, we've gone from about I don't know, $300,000 a day to over $632,000 a day. That's profit. And this is in the summertime too, mind you. De-icing services actually make us a lot more money than you might think. They are a high profit area. Now I'm thinking for the time, if I had the ending time lapse, do I want to show the runway? I think I do. The runway, and then you get to see 4 stands. You get the general idea from it, I think. So that's what we'll do. I'll time lapse for a couple days here, get us some more money, and I guess we're gonna have to make another big airport expansion tomorrow or in the next episode. And I'll just keep making sure we have enough staff. So let's hop into a time lapse then. Hold the phone here. Did I see that right? I just paused here. Look at our economy. We've made $1 million profit today already. But look at this. Last hour we made $100,000. How did we manage that? 112, 157, 44. We must have paid nothing in expenses. Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, we didn't pay any plier or anything. Really? Operating cost was extremely low. It's because I have administrators on it. Let's see what we made. $30,000 from runway usage, hangar repair. Holy Fritz, we made money last hour. That's without even de-icing. Just wait till you see our de-icing. Yeah, look at this. Over $500,000 from parking fees. Holy Fritz. Okay, we'll keep the time lapse rolling. Just watch that bottom right corner while we're having the time lapse here. Like it gets up to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 an hour, no problem. This is a good use of money here. So now that I've let this run for a day or two in game here, I'm kind of curious to see what kind of money we're making now. Oh, dang. Previous day, $1.3 million in a day. That's profit. We made $1.701 million. Or, yeah, we did. Holy Fritz. $2 million, 2.7 million. So we almost made $1 million alone on parking fees. Aviation fuel sales is, oh my goodness. Aviation fuel sales, our biggest ticket item, over $1 million worth of aviation fuel sales. Oh my goodness. And we spent $300,000, but that's no skin off our back. Holy Fritz, are we making money? Our average is $40,000 per hour. We're up around there right now. Japers, I've never had an airport actually work out for me in this game, so somehow we're doing this right. Now, I haven't checked on our security issue with people getting in. Is that still an issue? It is, but it's not affecting our bottom line. So I think we'll just... I see. We do not have enough security officers, else this should be keeping up, I think. And this area here is pretty darn busy. And we're going to set up actually a couple long-term parking lots, since this is international. And what do we actually charge for that? We don't charge for bathroom. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. Long-term parking is actually cheaper than short-term. Let's see, in a day, runway usage makes us about 600 grand. Parking is about 900 grand. Aviation fuel sales, that's over $1 million. That was yesterday. Passenger fees, another $100,000. Franchise rent is $1,000. Oh, these aren't even open yet. We need to sign contracts. Okay, there we go. We got contracts signed again. And now we're actually making money from those contracts again, which is good. But my goodness, do we just make stupid money now? Usually right around $1 million take home. That is ridiculous. Is this today? Today we've already made $700,000. Almost $1 million. Goodness. And that's because yesterday we had to spend $400,000 in supplier purchases. This is unreal money coming from this airport. This issue still isn't dealt with. Still need more security officers somehow. But they'll make their way over there. Yeah. So there's just a ton of aircraft traffic coming in here. I think we're gonna get another angle. There we go. We got de-icing services in there as well. So we're gonna skip through a couple hours here and see how much we make tomorrow with all the de-icing factored in, because that's a big plus. So we'll see how much we make in a day. So we have done an entire day there. Most of it we were actually using our de-icing services. So we made $600,000 off of de-icing yesterday. Another $1 million off of aviation. So pretty standard for these two sections up here. 159 passenger fees. Yeah, we was a pretty profitable day. $1.3 million in that one day. So folks, we've taken this from, I think, $3 million at the start to almost making $1 million a day and showing no signs of stopping. This is definitely a good addition, as I think we were making $300,000 a day when I started, and now we're making over $1 million. So it's already paid for itself, basically. As you can see in our funds, we're almost back up to $13 million. It's been a really good addition. This section here has been a good solid building block, able to keep us afloat when we built this. This was able to keep us afloat while we built this. So we've had a pretty solid bit of growth, and this hasn't hurt either. De-icing services. 2 was actually a good call here. Instead of I was thinking of doing 1. 2 was good. These haven't really had use, but they will so one day yet. This here, This is good. This is actually helping with traffic, because here it gets quite congested. One of our main traffic areas that was bad before was right over here, right here. But where those intersections met, because of how the underground was set up, now I just have a bunch of ways where people can get around each other, so we don't have issues. But here we don't seem to be having the same issues with traffic and congestion. This is all working perfectly. I haven't heard any errors from this side of it. We're having planes turn around with little to no delays, I think, on our large aircraft stands. Yeah, I think on our large aircraft they keep moving. Medium aircrafts are getting some delays, but I don't really care too much about medium aircraft. They don't make us near as much money. But anyways, I think that's going to have to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching if you did, and I hope you have yourself a very wonderful evening.